Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. No, sorry. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and tipping the Clarissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Hi, Angel. How are you, my dear? Hey, Amanda. Hey, Bethany. How is everyone? Are we doing well? Splendid, my darlings. Hey, Sherry. I got your donation, my dear. Thank you very, very much. But I did see your comment at the end where you were like, you don't know if... I am okay to read. You let me know what you want me to do. I'm happy to read for you. I'm happy to donate that to somebody else. I'm happy to do whatever... Oh, thanks, Sherry. Hey, Bethany. Oh, I'd love to read that. I'd love to read that. I do love reads also, yes. Yes. Well, I hope No. Oh, look, we have justice. We like this. Yeah. Yes. No more overthinking for you. Okay, Lauren. Sherry, am I reading for you? I would be happy to do so. Yeah, Justice is the Libra, and is this full moon in Libra? I don't know, but... I don't know what it's in. I think maybe. Okay. Yeah, no pressure, or if you want to do it... Oh, we have the Tower card. Seven of Cups. Interesting. Some sort of confusion is coming to an end. Your sun, moon, rising. Yeah, some sort of confusion is coming to an end here. Definitely hold back from the past, I would say for sure. Okay. All right, Lauren. Okay, so what does the Scorpio male want to say to Lauren? My gosh, hold on, you guys. Okay, Maui, you guys, he's gonna do it again. Sorry. Let's just Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, Scorpio male. What does the Scorpio male want to say to Lauren? How does he feel about Lauren? What does he want to say to Lauren? What do we got? So there's that energy of being uncertain. Okay, I'm kind of getting this energy, Lauren, where it's like the Scorpio male is kind of just saying like I just don't know, because we have the Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands with the Two of Swords. This is like, and this energy of like I just don't know is, I feel like it's more so like maybe an energy like of being uncertain about what this Scorpio male wants, or also like, tell me more about this energy here. There's no Nine of Wands in reverse is really giving, I don't feel any type of anger or resentment or anything like that here. Okay. This feels more so like, Lauren, about it's yeah, the Fool with the Six of Wands. There's an energy of being uncertain about like a fresh start, being victorious. You know, this is somebody who doesn't necessarily want to like repeat the past, right? Yeah, there's a very, Lauren, there's a very indecisive energy. We even have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here with again the Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. Like, so if you've been like feeling his energy or something like that, I think it's because you are on his mind here, but it's a very indecisive, uncertain energy. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what's coming through about that, my dear. Okay, we've got Alma and Amanda. Sherry, did you decide? I'll do both if you want, or you can pick one, or you just let me know. Amanda, I've got you, my dear. What is your... And then we've also got Alma. Okay. Julie wants me to read Sherry. Roger that. Oh, you don't need to send me any more. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't need to. I offered to do both because your donation is already generous. I need to make some more of the potion. Somebody, okay, so you guys come up with questions. Do you have questions? Let's let Amanda go. I love you so much, Sherry. Let's let Amanda go. The silly little ladies. Silly little ladies, and we're going to let Alma go too. Oh no. Okay. Kristen, we're doing readings for donations right now. I love you, Julie. Okay. Alma, I'm going to do Amanda, then you're up next, okay? Okay. All right. So, Amanda wants to know where she's headed in life. Let's just maybe see if we can get her like a clear direction or like clear, a more clear vision, or maybe help her to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, because I do feel like Amanda, you know, and we don't mean to do this, but sometimes when life is like hard and it's like, you know, maybe not hard, but sometimes we zoom way in, and so it's hard for us to see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And sometimes we do that because, you know, our mind is so focused here on one thing. Page of Pentacles reversed. Where's Amanda headed? Okay, so obviously this wouldn't be like a lifelong thing, and I'll see if I can get some more, but I feel a very specific situation where there is some sort of justice that you get for a child. Now, obviously, I don't think you do this through, and I'm not sure who the child is, but there's a masculine energy that I feel like there's something that you achieve when it comes to a child that has been wronged in some type of way. This is a big part of your life path. You know, it's a big thing that you kind of signed on for. Again, it's obviously, I don't feel like it's like a lifetime thing. But it is, but maybe this helps you kind of, maybe this is something that is like, I don't know how this helps. But is there anything else coming through for Amanda? Yeah, look, the justice. Told you. There's some sort of justice that you get for a child. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is, it's not only really important for the child and also the person, you know, anyone else involved, but it's really important for you too. Because it's going to be so empowering, and it's going to give you, this is going to help you go in a certain direction, right? Look, the Queen of Swords with the Sun card. This will clear your path. This will show you clearly about your path. So maybe this is something that leads you to, you know, helping a bunch of children, like, right? Maybe there's something about being an advocate for children, or like, what are those called? Dang it, I cannot think of it. But the people that, you know, when there's like custody cases or, you know, things like that. And it's like the lawyers for the children. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's something like that, right? There's something where, you know, you find, I don't know, it's like there's one experience that turns into a whole path for you. Okay? It's a beautiful path, and it definitely involves children. Okay. Cool. Love you, dude. I love this because this is like, I can tell it's like really perfect for you, and obviously, and that we need more people with your energy in these positions, you know? You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Okay. We have also going to add Flo to the list, my darling dear. And then, but we've got Alma first. Aww. Okay, you got it. And then, I love you, lady. And then, all right, what does Alma need to know? Okay, so I don't know if this is like energetically or actually in the physical, but I get a sense of like finding a new home. For some reason, it feels like there may be, I don't know, because so I'm kind of getting a little bit of both, right? Like finding a new home, like in a certain area in your life, right? Like it could also be in the way that you feel about yourself, but also too, for some reason they keep showing me like, you know, like you know, a picture of like, you know, like kind of like high rocks and then like water, like, you know, somebody standing on like rocks. So maybe you're going on vacation or you're traveling, or this is just a synchronicity somehow, but there's something about a new home. This is something that you've been like kind of calling in. With the Three of Wands here. And with this Queen of Pentacles showing up, it really makes me feel like with the Page of Cups, this is also, I feel like predominantly it's something within you. Like there's something about finding that within you and where you are currently. And it's giving kind of an energy of like little subtle changes, Alma, are these new little homes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like, you know, maybe whereas rather you would have done one thing in the past, now you're doing something different that, you know, this was fulfilling in the past, but now there's like this new fulfilling, right? This is no longer really fulfilling, but this is, and it's these like little tiny things here and there that you're slowly like, you know, drifting away, right? Wave after wave. Wave after wave, sorry, that you're like, you know, drifting over to. And it's like with these, you know, new like little subtle changes, you're like finding this new home. Yeah. Very cool. I like this. Yeah, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Ace of Pentacles. So because you're like kind of finding this new home within you, or like in this way, right? There's something also that shows up that also feels like a new home. Like it, whether it's like a new group, right? Like maybe you get invited to like a, you know, a club, or not like a going out club, but like maybe like a book club or a chess club, or like a, you know, like a cooking, I don't know. It's like there's like a, you know, it could be like a new job. This Ace of Pentacles is something new that feels at home, right? It feels like community. It feels like you know, that type of energy here. It feels like inclusion in places where you may have felt exclusion before. Yeah, so when these things come up, right? And there may be quite a few of them, you know what I mean? Use your discernment, but I'm excited for you. Yeah, it just feels like a cozy little, you know, like, I feel like I'm sitting in like a cozy little cabin or something with like, you know, like a small group of people, you know, just like chatting, talking. It feels nice. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Flo. You're welcome. Thank you. Heaven, for now, right now I'm doing the ones for donations. I might give away some, towards the end. I usually do. Is Flo still with us? Oh gosh, you guys, for the longest time I could not pop my back. It was like just not, it would not, it didn't matter what I did, who tried to pop it, did the kids stepping on my back, it just would not pop. And the last like couple weeks it's been like popping. And it feels so good. Okay. So the question is, does Jess have one or both? That's the question? One or both? Girl, I had the kids jumping on my back. It was not literally, but basically. It just wouldn't work. But now it's popping again and it feels so good. Oh, sorry, you did. I'm sorry, Flo. Okay. Renee, pay Flo back. Renee, pay Flo. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, also yes. That kind of feels like there may be a little bit of interest or something, and it may not necessarily come from Renee, but you may get it through some other avenue. You know what I mean? Like, anything else Flo needs to know about this? Yeah, whatever it is that Renee's experiencing at this time, it's definitely Ten of Swords energy, but you know, it's kind of rough, it feels like. But Nine of Wands, there's, you know, got a lot of fight in me, or what's that song? I don't know. Anyways, there's something about you know, her overcoming this, being resilient, moving through this, whatever it is, okay? Because it does feel like she may be in a, you know, this looks like a pickle to me, you know what I'm saying? And we all get there sometimes, but yes. Okay. Will Stephen be able and willing to treat her like she needs to go? Okay, so will Stephen be able to treat Jess correctly? Will Stephen be able to treat Jess correctly? A lot of good cards on the pre-shuffle. Got the Chariot, Ten of Cups. Let's see. Lover's card poking out. Will Stephen be able to treat Jess correctly? How she needs to be treated, how she deserves to be treated, with love and compassion and kindness, generosity. Oh. Hold on. What's this? I don't know about that. I got really excited for a second, but we have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles. If you have been feeling as though there may be some sort of juggling, some sort of third party, doesn't have to be another person, right? But something that is like keeping him back. You know what I mean? You are correct. And the thing is I think whatever it is, there's an energy of, for some reason it's like, I don't think that he recognizes this as a problem, and it may not necessarily be a problem because, like I said, for some reason it may not necessarily be a person, right? It could be work, it could be friends, it could be, priorities are a little mixed up, or there's something, right? The problem is, because we all have those times, right? But the thing is I don't feel like he views this as something that needs to be looked at or changed, or you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't see an issue, which makes me feel like it won't change, which will cause, I feel like frustration, maybe even resentment, and down the road, you know what I mean? Man, I was hoping for some really good news. I'm sorry, Jess. But I feel like you already knew this. If I'm being honest. Okay. Sherry, Julie, do you have your questions? Okay, cool. Good. Yeah. I love you guys. Yeah, I hate that. But yeah. I'm sorry. That stinks. Especially because it's like, when you can clearly see, right? And it's like, why can't you see? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Let's talk about Sherry's love life. What does Sherry need to know about her romantic love life? Okay, so there's like a certain type or a certain, I don't know, it's almost like you're expecting a certain, I don't want to say an exact person, but maybe, or like a certain type of person, or you're expecting somebody to show up in a certain way or for them to look a certain way. There's something where it's like, but you got to let that go. Because I feel like your person is not like your normal type. You're not going to maybe meet them at like a normal, there's some, I don't know. Whether or not you have anything going on in your love life, there's this energy. It's like kind of like letting that go and like opening yourself to more, right? Not settling, obviously, but it's like that type of energy, because it's almost like, your person, because of these like kind of like, blinds that or like, blinders that you have on or something like that. It's like you could have walked past your person like a bajillion times, but you would have never, noticed, because this person is outside of these parameters that you've created. And again, I don't know if it's like mainly like looks, or if it's like in a certain environment, or like, I don't know exactly what it is. It may be tied to like an old type, right? But yeah, this is your advice about your romantic love life at this time. Okay, Julie wants to know, where is her life leading her? Well, I hope that Jess has a fantastic weekend, Flo, and that she tosses her hair and checks her nails and remembers that if he can't do it, that there's gotta be somebody else out there, right? There's gotta be somebody that much better. Okay, what was it? Oh, where is Julie's life leading? Where is Julie's life leading her? Yeah, I heard to unexpected places. Amen. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Where the Ten of Swords came out with that. That's... Okay, but let's keep going, because... Fear not. Okay, well, I feel like you're definitely getting away from a certain situation. One that had you, like, kind of beaten down, or feeling beaten down, or kind of, I see you escaping something here. I'm not sure why you would need to escape, but it does feel like that. It feels like it's like, dang. Whatever it is, it's really kind of left you in a, like a lost energy. It's giving very much, I keep hearing like the Lost Boys, I don't know. Yeah. But we do have the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Cups over here. So it's like with this, like getting away from this, or getting out from underneath this thumb is what I heard. Like you could be under somebody's thumb, right? There's an energy of quickly coming back to yourself here. Okay? Yeah. But you're escaping from something that's got a real heavy weight on it. Yeah. I don't know why this, we said, where's my life leading me? And we're talking about this. That's kind of wild. Like, I know there's got to be more to that. I feel like I feel like there's an energy of like life starts after this, right? Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups. This is where life is, you know, kind of begins here, is in this energy. Not to say that you're not necessarily in that energy right now, but there's something definitely, I feel like, weighing you down here. Yeah, there's an energy of like, with this, right? It's waiting on God. There's something about God's timing here. Yeah, but so, and yeah, and then it's like, you know, what's that song? She let herself go down to Vegas. What's something, right? She let herself go on a cruise, right? Like all those different things. Yeah, unexpected places, they're saying. Yep. This is definitely chess, not checkers, though. I'm going to tell you that. But you're going to do it. You know what I mean? You are going to do it. Okay. Shelly. Shelly, Shelly. Shelly, Shelly. 1616. 1616. Shelly, pay attention to the 16s. Alright, what does Shelly need to know? We got specifics, we got details. What does she need to know? Here we go. Shelly, I have no idea why, but I feel like I'm in a hay barn. Or just there's a bunch of like hay or straw stacked up. That's what they're showing me right now. Okay, tell me more. For Shelly, please. What does Shelly need to know? What does Shelly need to know? There's something that I feel like somebody keeps moving around. I don't know if this is like some sort of like information, some sort of paperwork, but it feels like they move this around often. Or If they're not, it's something that is constantly, it's like, it's like in one place, and then, while nobody's looking, it's moved to another place. For Shelly, please. There's also something about like a restricted area, or like an area where like typically people couldn't get to it, or it was like restricted, or kind of like, or it was like hard to get to, or like somebody, the Seven of Wands, it feels like somebody doesn't want somebody to go there, right? Doesn't want somebody to like look in there, or see in there, or something like that here. Then we have this Death card. It feels like this is going to be like seen or looked at, or it needs to be, or something like that, right? Because it could be something as simple as like maybe something like people don't think about it, right? It's just like a, like an area that people don't think about. I don't know why it would need to be looked at, but it feels like maybe there's, there is something too about whatever this is, somebody like running out of plans. Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. This is somebody running out of I kind of want to say resources, even though it's not showing up here, but it's like running out of like plans. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be to like, where to move whatever around to, or I don't know. It feels like it's like, yeah, but this Queen of Swords, this Devil, this person, this Queen of Swords and the Devil, this is somebody who's pretty intelligent, very manipulative. Um, but they're, again, Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, they're running out of plans. Like they don't know. That's that energy. Anything else for Shelly? The Knight of Wands, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles here. But I'm more so drawn to, yeah, look, see the digging, right? There's something, there may be something buried in like a pasture. Or like a field. Or, I don't know, is honestly what I'm feeling with this, oddly enough. Like there's something, I feel like there's something buried somewhere. The thing is, though, is the way this star card is, it's almost like you, the energy that I'm kind of getting off of these three right here, right? The Knight of Wands, the Star, the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you come across something here. You may be it feels like you're out and and you just like come across something. Now this something can lead you somewhere else, if that makes sense. It's almost like you come across something and it triggers something and it's like, oh, shit. And then, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. This is kind of some interesting stuff. Because the way this energy feels, you know, it feels like it's a big deal, right? It feels like there's panic here. It feels like, you know, because they're saying, you know, there's panic because this person knows that something's catching up with them. Yeah. Yeah, but we have the Hierophant with the Hanged Man, which makes me feel like this is the divine, you know, catching this person up, right? And then we have the Three of Cups with the Ace of Wands, celebration underneath that. So something is catching up to this person. And there is a level of panic and anxiety here, for sure. I don't know, between the buried part and the hay bales and the forbidden places. I don't know if that was helpful at all. Maybe we can find out what's buried. What does Shelley need to look for? Again, that Knight of Wands came out. There's a lot of swords here. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Swords are like truths. It's also like, you know what I mean? Like it could be like evidence of some sort of truth or... Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands. Is there like a small building that would be anything similar to like, you know, what are those things called? Not that it would be this, but it's like, there's something about a small building. It does feel like it's like randomly placed, the building. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but for some reason it's like, it looks like it's like, I don't know, in a weird spot maybe. Looks like it's in the middle of a field or something. Maybe that's just some sort of like symbol or something like that. It's like if I drew a rectangle, right, and I felt closest to this point, the building is like up here in the center. The Seven of Swords, though, is really giving like evidence type energy. What? But I'm kind of getting maybe like paperwork or something like that here. Anything else for Belly? Yeah, pretty much everything I just... There is maybe some sort of legal, I don't know. There's some sort of documents that I feel like that makes something else invalid, is what it feels like. Some sort of document that makes something else like null and void. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome, Shelly. I hope you find it. Good luck. I'm sure you will. Daddy, daddy, dee. Daddy, daddy, da. Oh, thank you, Flo. You're meeting her today? Yes. I hope it goes fantastic. I do. I hope it goes fantastically. What time is it? 12:47. Hey, Arkansas. The fiery one. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy how people mess with that stuff. Yeah, 1616 will be important. You guys listen, craziest thing. So I have the cards right here like this, and it flipped open to all the aces. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Let's see if it does it again. Ace of Pentacles. Come on. I don't. Anyways, it did it. It was cool. Right. Oh, Flo, that's a good, yeah, January 6, 2016 for the 1616 also. Maybe something significant about that. Let's see if it happens. Ace of Wands. I was going to say Ace of Pentacles. I shuffled and everything, and I got 2 out of the 4 again. Ace of Wands again. Ace of Pentacles again. Hey, you guys, look at you. Also adds up to 5. For sure. Excuse me. Excuse me very much. Me too. thank you, Arkansas, for sharing that. It's a good one. La-di-da-di-dee. Before I go, anybody got any big plans you want to talk about this weekend? Anything exciting happen? Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Or, is anybody, I'll give away a couple freebies. Give away a couple free reading boys. Okay, Christina. Ooh, Sherry, I like that one too. I like that one too. It's okay. I love your effort. I appreciate you. Sure, Arkansas. Did you have a question? We're going to do Christina too. What y'all got? What y'all got? Right on. Looking forward to it. Okay. Should Christina inquire about her inheritance from her father? Should she inquire about her inheritance from her father? That was the star that kind of flipped over. We have the death card. Okay. Which would typically be a no. Can we get more on that? Can we get like an explanation? Anything like a... Ten of Swords. King of Wands. Four of Wands. Ooh. Four of Pentacles. So the answer is no, and I kind of get this feeling like I don't feel like the answer is always going to be no. I honestly feel like there's like but for some reason, this Ten of Swords, this King of Wands really gives me, because we have this Four of Pentacles with the Four of Swords, this is holding something back. This is kind of being, you know what I mean? It's almost like this is like a booby trap. You know what I mean? Like a, you know, the way that this kind of came out here. There's something about, like right now not necessarily being the right time. It feels like there's... But this is definitely something in which I feel like the ancestors are definitely involved in. Probably most definitely your father as well. There's... Like, not to say that anyone would necessarily, like, do something to you, because I don't think it's like that. But it feels like there's, like, I don't know if somebody would try to make you feel crazy, or if there would just be, like, personal, like, you know, like taking shots at your, like, at you, like through words, right? Like just saying some pretty shitty things. I don't know. But right now it's not the right time, I guess. Which I don't necessarily understand, but I guess we don't always understand everything. In the moment. Um, yeah, because I just cut the deck with the Fool, with the Justice, and then the Eight of Swords. There's like this energy of like, if you go after this like right now, somehow something gets, you know, it's almost like you get betrayed or something somehow, or like you wind up getting, you know, stuck or stagnant, or like, you know, kind of going backwards in a way, like mentally or emotionally. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but the answer is no. But again, it doesn't have to always be no, but there's something, I don't know. Like it felt like that person was like, you know, like guarding that, you know, whether it be a house or, you know, some money or something like that. It felt like somebody was like, you know, guarding it and had like, you know, whatever. Sorry. Very interesting, to say the least. You believe they're renting it? Yeah, maybe that's what that Ten of Swords would just be like. Yeah. I don't know. You can't really miss the boat on what's yours is yours. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But anyways, it's hard for me to tell you not to go after something that's yours. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting for sure. Okay. Arkansas, did you have a question? Did you have a question? Oh, it was supposed to be sold and split up? I gotcha. Sometimes it's like, what would the value of that be, right? Um, you know, and is it worth it, right? Your question's not dumb, because sometimes if the, you know, if these are people that are like ruthless and are going to, you know, because that's the kind of feeling that I got. Not that they would like attack you or anything, but like Um, I don't know. It just felt like a very uncomfortable situation, you know? So, it's almost like weighing it, right? And it's like, is it worth it or is it not, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know, because if you're going to get, I don't know. I just got to trust whatever came through. Okay, what does Arkansas need to know? What? Maybe take a nap. Get some rest. Yeah. Yeah, because 4 cups, 9 of swords. You may be in your head quite a bit, or just, it honestly feels like, I don't know if you're like distracting yourself a lot right now, or, may not be, it, Page of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there's something that you could be having some like, I don't know, you could feel like you missed out on something, or you know, I don't, it feels like there's an old programming here, but they're showing me like this spiral, right? So like there's something that may have like kind of like, you know, it's like, say for instance, you're here, right? And the spiral's here, and there's something on the spiral, and it was right here, like right in front of you, right? And it's like spun around, right? And so maybe it's around here. There's something that's coming back around. Okay, and it may show up like a little bit different, or like a different version, or like but there, yeah, but there's something, and you're gonna be celebrating. There's some, yeah, good news. Yeah, it's like, here's the thing, when whatever it was, like, went kind of, you know, you're here, right? And the thing, like, you know, it started going here. It's like you were 7 of Pentacles with the Magician here. You were like, you know, tending to your garden, basically, right? Your internal garden, your, you know, whatever else you needed to do, practical garden, like you were, you know, you were investing in yourself, or, you know, investing time, energy, things like that, right? And so while this is like kind of going around, right, and you're doing all of this, there's an energetic cord between you and this. And so this is evolving and growing as well as you are. And so when it comes back around, it's going to show up, and it's going to be like, whoa, look at you. Yeah. Yeah, Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands, victory. Very fulfilling here, okay? So I don't know exactly what this is, okay? But you are being encouraged to take a look at if you have any worries, fears, doubts, any of that, about this making its way back around to you, or about, you know, something showing up, right? Because maybe it's like taking quite a long time, and that's where this kind of anxiety rose up. Well, there's purpose to that, right? There's purpose, because the purpose is to alleviate all of the worry and the doubt and the fear and the anxiety. So if something is taking longer than it normally would, it's because it needed to trigger that long term, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, so your faith had been built that strong, right? And the divine unseen, where it kind of started to, like, you know, falter or shake just a little, right? And so, but that's good though, right? That we're bringing that up so you can release that, especially a golden time to do that with the full moon energy. So then, you know, so something is coming back around. And like I said, as you've been changing and growing, evolving, so has this thing, right? And it's going to show up, and it's going to be like, you know, like I said, it's like seeing, you know, say for instance, you send your kid off a summer camp, right? Like, and you know, they're gone for a few weeks, and you pick them back up, and they've grown 4 inches, and they, you know, they've grown a beard. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. But anyways, like, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so big and grown. And they know all these different things, right? They learned a lot, and they, you know, created new habits and hobbies and made new friends. Like, it's that type of thing. So, yeah, so take a look at if you're feeling these doubts and worries and they're kind of rising up. They may be very subtle, but they may be there, right? So take a look at those, but otherwise just have faith and know that this is coming back around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You literally just need a nap. Take a nap. For sure. But anyways, okay guys. I think I'll leave it there. Unless, well, yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I need to eat. I'm very hungry. Daddy, daddy, dee. But listen, thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for donating. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for loving each other. Thanks for all of the things. And I love you guys so very much. Enjoy this weekend. And we will see you next time.